What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and in this video we're going to take a look at the modern costume for Star-Lord and use it in PvP. But before we get started, this video is brought to you in part by Agent Seraph One. I just want to thank you for your continued support. And now without further delay, let's take our first look at Star-Lord. Who? Star-Lord, man. One of the best infiltrators, and now who happens to come in 2 additional classes. So there he is, the man, the myth, the legend, in his Guardian uniform, and now we have the modern Star-Lord alt. This new costume comes in both Blaster and Tactician class, and unfortunately that means they both cost 65 CP. Now before I give you my opinion on these 2 classes, let's take a look at his passive abilities. First we have I Have a Plan. Chance to grant an extra turn and morale boost when an ally attacks or is attacked. And secondly, United Front. Grants all allies United Front, and attacks have a chance to cause allies to join in on single target attacks. Allies also have a chance to retaliate when an ally is hit by single target attacks. And that's not all, it also increases accuracy, attack, defense, and evasion. I have to say, that sounds pretty amazing to me. Personally, I'm going to buy the Tactician costume first, and that's just because Tacticians are much safer to use in PvP and PvE, but especially in PvP. It's a terrible idea to give your opponents an extra turn, and that's exactly what a Blaster is going to do. So if you're picking this alt up because you really want to use it, then I would recommend the Tactician first. Otherwise, the Blaster is a great option because it helps out your hero bonus. Well, your hero attack bonus, that is. And that's extremely important, and you usually want to have as many blasters as possible. If you can get both of these costumes, then that's what I would recommend. And don't worry, these costumes are evergreen, meaning that you can pick them up at any time and they're not going away. There's no expiration date on the modern Star-Lord costume. Now as far as ISO 8, I'm actually in a very difficult position. I had hardly any silver, so I bought what I could, and now I'm just going to have to do my best with what I have. After using 1 forceful, we're over 1800 accuracy, and this is where I would normally switch to bulky. Unfortunately, we only have 2 of those, so I'll go ahead and use them now. Also, even though I don't normally sock it for health, his health is pretty low, so if you have Stalwart, you could go with that for the rest of the way. And that would be health, attack, and defense. I happen to have 0 of those, so we're just going to use whatever I do have laying around. And by the way, please PD, help us out with silver. My training bays have been empty for so long, and at most I end up raising enough silver to train 1 hero at a time. In this case, I'm even forced to pump evasion, which basically never works. It's almost as useless as stamina in PvP. But I did my best, and this is what it is. Behold, the poor man's Star-Lord build. And speaking of that, I know I need a new episode, it's been way too long. I'll see what I can do about that, but for this video, we're going to be using modern Star-Lord and Union Jack. So get ready for what will hopefully be a never-ending onslaught of attacks. Well, unfortunately, we get hit with the Deathly Freeze Ray right away, and that's a pretty nasty weapon. But we get to use V for Victory as a quick action, and then we actually take that incapacitation. This is pretty unfortunate, that's definitely a tough way to start the battle. And on top of that, Star-Lord's also stunned. My agent has Relentless, but he's very close to death already. So after using the Neurotrope, I'll then use the Coulson's Revenge on the enemy agent. He's next to act, and we definitely have to try to take him out. Luckily, the Coulson's Revenge does some major damage and finishes off the enemy agent before he gets another turn. Now we can resume our attacks on a flanked beast. So we use Trench Warfare, and then we get a follow-up Service Revolver. Then add in a Cosmic Cardinal, and beast is at 22,000 health. After a Searing Smash from Red Hulk, I'm going to use Quantum Leap on the enemy beast. He's still flanked, so we should be able to take him out. Oh, and that's right, we actually get a Spray and Pray follow-up, so that's pretty great, we still get to hit Red Hulk. Then Union Jack uses his Service Revolver once again. On my agent's turn, since Pestilence Beast is gone, I'll use a Light Fantastic and clear our debuffs. After this, Union Jack now has V for Victory off of cooldown, so we can use that as a quick action, place flanked, and then we're going to do a double attack. This time let's use his over the top, and then he'll follow up with his level 1. That easily finishes the enemy Red Hulk and wins us this match. I for one really enjoy this team. I think both of these characters are amazing and can really output a lot of attacks. With that being said, we're going to use them again, and this time we take on a Quick Lock team. Quicksilver starts out by going right after our agent, and they get a pretty decent Cosmic Cardinal proc. Next, the AI stupidly uses a tag team, but he does put wide open on our entire team. On Star-Lord's turn, I'm going to use our level 6, and that's a stealthy attack that places Fumbling, Hobbled, and Winded on the enemy. So this should at least stop the enemy agent from doing follow-up attacks. We also get a Cosmic Cardinal proc, but it does unfortunately miss. Thankfully, Service Revolver does hit. At this point I was thinking we could take out the agent before his first turn. That would greatly improve our chances to win. So let's go ahead and take him down, but apparently it's going to take us quite a few attacks to do it. Plus, getting counterattacked by that Dragon's Foot didn't help. But at least we succeed in knocking him out, and then Star-Lord procs 12% of a plan, giving us another attack. With this, I'm going to use Over the Top to remove Psylocke's buffs. Plus, we'll preemptively counter defensive actions. Then on top of that, we get the next turn as well with our agent. Oh, and we get a Cosmic Cardinal proc, so that's pretty good, we'll take it. Now I am a little bit worried about proccing Temporal Jump, but I'm going to use the Neurotrope, followed by our Scrapper and Powered ability, Close the Gap. And then I'm going to do my best to try to take out Quicksilver before his next attacks. This is what the Coulson's Revenge was made for, doing major damage. So let's go ahead and fire it. And it does 70k and takes him out in one shot. On Star-Lord's turn, I'm going to use a Trick Shot, and it does a pretty decent amount of damage, and the follow-up Cosmic Cardinal wins the match. So there you have the Union Jack and Modern Star-Lord team-up, and next I want to use Sabretooth with Star-Lord. In the future, I'll try to use all sorts of team-ups like Ares, Psylocke, maybe even Squirrel Girl. You name it, it's probably worth trying. Now in this one, we are facing a pretty annoying enemy team. Iron Fist down there may give us some problems, and then we have the Pepsi Can War Machine, or Pepsi Machine for short. We know that if we don't take care of him, he could knock us out. Oh, and we get so unfortunate attacking Iron Fist. He ends up just barely living, and then does a huge heal back to full health. Oh well, what we're going to do is go ahead and try to stun the entire enemy team, and hopefully stop Iron Patriot from killing us. We have a 40% chance to stun on Tantrum, and a 100% chance to lag. But hey, here goes nothing. Let's see if we get that stun. And it looks like we do not. So he starts out by using a full overcharge, and then he repulsor beams Sabretooth down to nothing. The good news is Sabretooth comes back to life once, and we also Claw Swipe War Machine. On Star-Lord's turn, I'm going to use our level 1 Spray and Pray, and that's because we'll place Impaired on all the enemies, and give ourselves Rising Up. The good news is, after this, the enemy agent is actually stunned, so it's going to make it back to our agent, and we can use the Light Fantastic. That should give us some survivability, and help heal Sabretooth back up. So I guess you could say that that Tantrum wasn't entirely useless. It may have in fact saved us from a hit from that Hand of Apocalypse. Oh, and it apparently stunned Iron Fist as well, so that was an amazing level 9 after all. Next, with Sabretooth, I'm going to use his level 2 Brutal Slash, and try to do as much damage as we can. Then unfortunately we get a combo breaker to stop our Cosmic Cardinal, and also Star-Lord gets stopped as well. The good news is that's 2 procs for Iron Fist, and he won't be combo breaking anything else right now. That means we do get this Cosmic Cardinal, and then we get even luckier and proc a 12% of a plan. Sabretooth tears into Iron Fist but leaves him with 17 HP. But like I said, with Combo Breaker out of the way for this round, our agent KOs him with a Cosmic Cardinal. This only leaves the enemy agent, who I'm going to hit with a Quantum Leap, and then we get a Claw Swipe follow-up. After his hand attack misses, Sabretooth is going to counterattack with a claw swipe. That's how this one's going to end, and I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Lastly, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, good luck, and take care.